Hello and welcome back to City Skylines, and today's gonna be the day. We've held back the flood for a long time, but it's starting to hit major city areas, and I think this episode we're going to start seeing the toll that this flooding is putting on our city. We've had to disconnect many major highway connections, entire districts are underwater, one of our airports is in danger, and our mass transit systems are going under. I think today we're going to see the full extent of the flooding take place. And the question we have to ask is, are we ready to move up? And can we hold out until that happens? The industrial district is slowly flooding and there's not much we can do about it. And now the major population centers are beginning to flood as well, including Underhill Heights. Oh, that's not really much residential, actually. In Poplar Heights, which has 30,000 people, making it one of the largest districts in the city. That's about a tenth of our population. An 11th of our population. For some reason our sewage doesn't do enough anymore, so let's go ahead and, well, I mean, I guess we'll put it up here. Another marker for how high the water has gotten. All the old sewage systems are down there. Our makeshift dams have worked well so far, but as you can see, they are very quickly being buried. There's only so much we can do, and part of it is just delaying the inevitable. Because the train systems are already so messed up, I'm just going to cut this to keep the water at bay. Bring this across here to build up the wall a bit more. We don't need any more water coming into this area. It'll cause serious issues. I think I may actually make some floodways as well for the water to fall into if it gets to a certain height. At this point, we're making a lot of money, but the city is still taking huge damage. There we go. Digging a huge trench here. It won't carry a ton of water, but it'll definitely do something. Moving the dam up another 10 meters. If this broke, it would be absolutely monumentally destructive. It can't break, so we don't have to worry about that. But at some point, we're not going to be able to do anything about it anymore. You can only keep raising it for so long. Over here, it's gotten to a point where it is time to cut off these highways and this train system, since it's cut off anyways. And start building walls around the Charm District. Hopefully that power line didn't actually do anything. Doesn't look like it. Surprisingly, the power lines still work while underwater, because that's how electricity works. Most of the flooding is out of the Elizabeth district after we ramped up the fortifications. Wow, the Kiwi district is just falling apart now. We can't really do much about this. It's just built going down into the bay. I think the next big thing we could do... Yeah, the population is starting to drop now. All of this flooding is really starting to hit. This is another very important road section, so we're actually going to make a special way for it. We don't have the time to do this for every road, but for a major area like this, what we're going to do is we're going to build walls for the people, because the population is so high we can't risk it dropping. It would really hurt our tax income and the stability of the city. But as we build the wall, we're gonna fix the services, which we can't actually fix because they're flooded. just connect it across the same area. Shoot, even the entire area is flooded. Okay, so now we have a backup line. These are all dead. Like, dead. And here's what I was talking about. We can't rebuild all of the highways, but major ones like these, we will just take a slice out of. Because we can't afford to let these districts flood. These are way too high population. Way too high profile. We can cut off some outlets like that. Those aren't really needed. And we can push the wall back to where the ground is naturally higher, so that we have a bit more time. So that looks good right there. And now these highways and stuff going into the city have to be completely redone, because they are now below ocean level. How exciting. Okay, so we will grab it. We're gonna pull it above ocean level. Quite a bit above ocean level. Because ocean level just keeps rising, so I don't know what to consider ocean level anymore. And instead, we will have some bridges that come down into the city. Which should, for the most part, keep our citizens safe and happy. Which is really our job. We have to wait for that water to get out of the way, but then we will finish repairing this road, and another bit of our mass transit should be fixed. I can also invest in... This is the first time I'm going to do this, but just because it's such an important area, I'll put a pumping station on the inside, just so that if the water makes it over, it gets pumped out. There we go. So that should help with this. Oh, the water's going really far. Yeah, the population is taking a dip. We just hit a record high in population, too. So this could just be partly a death wave, but I'm going to say it's mostly the major flooding we're experiencing. Okay, back to negative 817. Where is most of the flood? Wow. Madison Heights, Hemlock Square are major commercial areas. Sterling Park is actually almost at risk. These areas, we need to build a wall around this entire section. We need to get this under control because this is really... The amount of money we're making has halved. This roundabout here is also flooded. Ooh, this major bridge. This area is getting really bad. Actually, the dam district, the dam area is actually getting a little bit overboard as well. Which probably means this dam is running. It is. Okay, so the dam is running again. That's really bad news. That means that over here we're gonna see a ton of flooding. The Bean District is still cut off from the rest of the world with 1,700 people. We'll connect it back to the power lines just because we can't leave our people like that. We can't just abandon them, but I don't think we have much time. Things are getting really bad. Just gotta jerry-rig everything together. Can't build on water. It's all in the water. How about over here? We go up here and connect it to this line. There we go. A little bit better. Now the Bean District in those few areas should be good. Another major highway covered. I can't move this intersection here, so hopefully that doesn't... the water doesn't get that high. But we've got another few meters before that's an issue. I like how another few meters isn't even, like, that much anymore. Like, normally the water moving up a few meters is crazy. But right now, we're just getting used to it. The water isn't coming through here, is it? Or is it just backflowing? No, it's actually just backflowing all the way up to here. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. These pumps aren't dealing with enough. We need to give them more area to pump into. So let's go deal with that. Over to the pump area, which is over... Wow. The pump area is over here. This is where all the water is pumped to. We're going to make a new place for it all to be pumped to. It'll be over here. We're going to space them out this time so that we can actually connect them. Oh, they're backwards. Why can't I wish I could just do like control click and make like a big square to delete. Come on, Paradox. Step up your game. Literally. I need a bigger outflow. There's gotta be a mod for a bigger outflow pipe. I'm finding that next episode. Because this is pretty tedious. And expensive. These are each $350 per week. We're currently making 58,000 a week. End of the world? No. Really expensive for things that could be used for, like, building walls? Yeah. Question is, what are we supposed to do about this flooding? It's continually getting worse. We could do shoreline, but that literally wouldn't do anything anymore. My philosophy is delay, adapt. And we'll see if that philosophy does us well. Get some power for these. And look at that, we have a new area for pumping out water. Speed it up, and will it get to work? Maybe, maybe not. There they go. And we are dumping more water. Look at all the water we're dumping. It's ridiculous. It's all going to this side of the map, which eventually runs down here, and then it goes around here. Some of it escapes the map down out here, although it looks like it's not really doing that as much as it used to be. And then it's coming around here, going through here. Some of it's escaping through here, which is good. We've got some water escaping. But then it's coming down here. Oh no, it's coming out of here. Ah, the dam district. Flooding. Bad. That means that the geyser's a little bit angry again. These look to be dropping a tiny bit. This one certainly dropped a bit. That's good news. That's good news. So that means a little bit of it's going down, but it looks like it's just coming out of the other geysers. The dam district. Yeah, that's pretty bad. So we're just gonna build a little thing. Not enough soil. You know what? I will give you a one-time help here, dam district. I'm gonna get rid of all this stuff over here and use it to build this wall. What that's gonna do for you, it's gonna cause the water to drop, and it's gonna protect you in the future. There we go. Water drops. should decrease the risk. Population is still dropping, not as badly. Looks like for the most part we've got this area dealt with. Some bumpiness. The dam running is a really bad sign. That's really, really bad. Oh, yep, that's what I thought was gonna happen. Concord Heights is now beginning to flood. Yeah, that's... And this is pretty much level now. That means the map has leveled out. Both sides of the map are now equally flooded. And that looks like this. Now, if you guys watch previous episodes of this, you will know that this is more water than this map was ever designed to deal with. This is insanity. The Bean District's population is slowly dropping as they evacuate. NZXT is safe, which is great. The Kiwi District is still getting hammered. Hopefully these pumps start working harder now that we fixed that. This seems to be good. Is there water there? I don't think so. Looks like we can fix up these highway connections, and it's a small victory. That's one more essential part of the city that people can travel through again. I mean, it's obviously not perfect, but the more we fix, the better things function. And honestly, we just need to buy time right now. A lot of time. Oh, I can't even go over that. Shoot. Can I go under it? Yes, I can. For some reason. Can I connect these together, please? Yes, I can. Great! Highways are being fixed. Fantastic. There's also the slight issue of gotta connect these back. No, they can get ready that early on in the highway. I'm sure they won't mind. It's a little bit of a bump, but whatever. It'll flood less. Too high isn't a thing anymore. The higher the roads are, the safer they are. Great. Another major bridge flooded out. Wow. Look at all the water that's just pouring in. Where is it even going? Looks like it's all concentrating over here, probably because of this flood truck. Yep. That's exactly why. Okay, so it looks like it's time to build a dam going across here, through to there, and around here. That's going to be a massive, massive project. It's going to require bulldozing a lot of infrastructure. Some power lines. Hopefully those don't go anywhere important. Okay, so it's all set. So the flood wall is going to be pretty massive here. And yes, I'm actually closing off a bit of the lake too, just because it's cheaper to get it all done like this. And it saves some roads. Now we're gonna follow the coast. Being very careful. And then, down here, we're going to do a big move to try to prevent flooding. We're just gonna make a massive, massive hole here to drop the water level. And over here, we're gonna go back, build up these walls a bit more. There we are, a full-scale tsunami prevention wall. Well, not tsunami, flooding prevention wall. Hopefully this is more effective than I think it'll be. I think it's just gonna delay the issue. Well, that's all it can really do, isn't it? It's not like it's gonna stop the source. That's okay. We're prepared to deal with this forever. Not really. Okay, look at that. That actually worked very well for draining out the water. Just making a massive pit for it to fall into. You know what? It may not be pretty, but it works, and I think we just saved... Uh-oh. Well, I'm gonna hold that thought. Let me go ahead and save these guys. We're being very much flooded out. Thankfully, the road is high enough to not... not that one. That one is not high enough. Gotta cut it. And that power line. Oh, I should probably make sure I didn't cut off anyone's power. Did I cut off anyone's power? No. I'd be losing a ton of money if I did. Oh, Concord Heights. Oh, no. You know what? They're just done. They're too close. I'm accepting defeat there. I don't think there is any saving Concord Heights. I think that's one that we're just not going to be able to fix. You win some, you lose some. The issue with Concord Heights is it's just so close to the water. There's nothing we can really do about it because it's right there. What are we gonna do? Get rid of the ocean? Well, that may be the most sane response now. Declaring war on the ocean. I will talk to my military advisors. Hey, Bomber, do you think we should declare war on the ocean? Okay, so it would appear that we have slightly, very, very slightly reduced the problem. I'm not saying the problem is fixed. I'm not even saying it's close to fixed, but it's reduced in this area. This entire section is now safe from flooding. The flood trucks can only get out that way now. Any real roadways going over the ocean are just dead now for obvious reasons. The Bean District, the water is so close. These people are still alive somehow. And actually, the houses are pretty full. Man, what a mess. This is rising. Very slowly but steadily. Let's check on the clover. No! I never even noticed that. I didn't think the water would ever get that high. Oh boy, the Cloverleaf District. What side is it even flooding from? That side. Okay. Well, that's a lot of industry that just got hit. Okay, so this is a pretty easy area to bridge the gap. Thankfully, this isn't going to be too much of a problem. Just build a wall across this hill. Was not even paying attention. I'd assumed we want to have problems over there. This is why we don't make assumptions. Okay, the water is slowing down. Oh boy. That's a lot of damage. That was an entire residential area too. Well, that's a part of why we watch and make sure nothing's going wrong. Over here, like I said, it's just too far underwater. We're talking like several meters just under water level. This area wasn't designed for flooding. The running dam is causing a lot of issues. That's it. Sterling Park is starting to get hit. Oh, the water is going over the blockades. Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, this is gonna be real bad. Okay, what's going on over here? So it looks like we've got leakage into the tail of the Charm District. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of this highway. Because this highway doesn't really do anything. Close this. Close this. We have to get rid of all the viable ways for water to get in. Oh, the airport's gone now. That's the end of that. It's rising even as we speak. I mean, we can make a slight attempt to put up walls again, but I really doubt it's going to have any effect. Thankfully the Charm District is a very highly rated. Oh, no, it isn't. Those are just walls. I take that back. I think what's most important is we just close this off here to protect the Charm District. This airport isn't really super important. We have another one. And that airport shouldn't flood for a very long time. Oh, we have some flooding over here now, too. Oh, a lot. Oh, boy, a lot of coastal areas. Can we even do anything about that? These are running faster now. And we're still falling behind. We're having raw material issues. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is pretty bad. Man, the Bean District, though. Oh, the Bean District's done. I'm just gonna keep giving them power, but there's only so long. Sterling Park is gonna have a very slow death. But the water's just too high to put up a wall. It's just gonna go over the wall if it's rising this quickly. With the dam running, and I would cover the dam, but all that's gonna do is it's gonna flood the dam district. We could empty the dam and let the water run through here, and then that would decrease the amount of water running back here, and that may, by extension, save all of these. Shoot, you know what? The whole problem started when we started dumping a lot of water back here. We would take a massive hit in population. But I think that's gonna happen anyways. Okay, so if we open the dam and make a floodway mainly going out this way, cut off that entire part of the map. Oh no, that's just... it's too much water. We can't control that much water. But it's flooding out anyways. What we really need to do is... we have to stop the dam. So we're gonna do the opposite. We're opening the dam as far as possible. And I know this is going to cause the flooding to get really bad in the other area, but we can't let Sterling Park fall. That's a huge chunk of our population. I think it's like 40,000. Now it's 35. It's dropping rather quickly. If we can save Sterling Park, we have to. Oh my god. Oh, the rate at which the water is going over the flood walls. This entire... Oh, I knew it was gonna be this episode that things started giving out. Yeah. This is starting to go over. Like, really, really, really strongly, too. Which means that this side is now higher than this side. Yeah, it's trying to run the other way. Oh, shoot. You see, we closed that off, but... Oh, man. Oh, man. That's a lot of damage. Okay, Sterling Park, you just gotta hold out. We're draining the dam area. You just have to give us some time. We're gonna break the railroad. It's time to drain it. This much water is just too dangerous to be pouring through the dam. Sterling Park is about to be lost. Must drain dam. Oh, that population's dropping really quickly. Hopefully that's only Sterling Park. Okay, so the dam water level's starting to drop. Okay, Concord Heights we already knew was gonna flood. Sterling Park is getting hammered. More public transport's being hit. The Bean District is now completely covered. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh man. Where is it even increasing? Okay, over here seems to be holding stable for the most part. This is a problem here. Thankfully, the main highways are still functioning. There's a little bit of water, but the flood trucks are dealing with it. This area is dead. Just very dead. Oh, this highway coming back from here, too. This needs to be raised. Oh, minus 13,000. Man, Sterling Park has got to be getting hit really hard, or I'm not noticing another district. We need to figure out, is it over here? Because it just seems like the front buildings are getting, but those were already getting hit. It actually looks to be getting slightly less bad. It's moving through here too. Underhill Heights has like 18 people, so that can't be it. New Yam and everything, it's gotta be Sterling Park. Yeah, 27,000. Sterling Park, no, that's not enough to account for. That's not enough to account for all of it. It could be Concord, oh, Concord Heights. That's gotta be it. The flood trucks are just... what can they do at this point? So the Cloverfield district has been saved. So we have a little bit of a recovery here. People are moving back in. So that's good news. That's a tiny bit of good news. Although there's no way to get in and out of Cloverfield district. Thankfully they have their work, they have food, they have a good source of water. They've got everything they need nearby, so... you know what? This may actually be the safest place to live, except for this slight area here. Which I'm actually just going to say, go away. The Cloverfield district is now self-reliant. And I respect them for that. They will probably do well when the rest of the city starts to fall apart. There we go. No? Okay. The amount of deaths... oh, we're losing money! This is bad. This is when things start to go south. We are losing money now. The day we thought would never come. Wow, it's spilling over both sides now. Holy moly, the flood prevention. It's about to spill over everything over here, too. Is this going over? This is going over. The water level, the amount it's increasing is increasing. Like, the rate of change is going up. I can't even keep up with it. Okay, so... And I just want to point out I haven't cut this video once. It's just progressively getting worse. We need to make a decision now. This entire side of the map looks like it's gonna go bye-bye. Even after emptying the dam. We can open up these walls, which will save these districts. The Charm District, the Aspen Park District, the Elizabeth District, the Sharkfin District. But it will be pretty much killing off the entirety of Sterling Park. And that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. Let me think about this for a second. You know what? It's gonna go anyways. We have to open it. This is one of those hard decisions. I said there was gonna be a lot of hard decisions coming up. When the entire map is flooding, and we're putting up walls everywhere, what can you do? Okay, so letting the water spill in is going to decrease the water level for the rest of the map, where it's just beginning to spill over. And hopefully this is gonna stop. And it is stopping. Because now we are allowing a massive amount of water into the other side of the map. Oh my god. I never thought I'd see the day where Sterling Park fell, and I couldn't do anything about it. Even with the dam, I was able to put stuff up, but now it's coming from both sides. There's no place to put a wall that doesn't end in some sort of destruction. Opening the walls like this, I feel really bad, but the other side of the city has more population. There's more to lose. The water level has just gotten so high over here. This is starting to go over here, too. Random little pockets of the city are just getting flooded out. Hopefully opening that up helps out at the Kiwi District and similar areas. These pumps are pumping harder than ever after we opened up more ways for the water to move out. These areas are starting to flood even more. Inter-district travel is really starting to fall apart. We can't send people across the highways. The water is moving in. The flood trucks are doing a good job, but I don't think it's enough. We need to start saving money. Shoot, how do we save money? Where are all of our expenses? I feel like I know where all of our expenses are. It's gonna be... Yeah, we spend quite a bit on water. But you know what? We also spend a whole lot on trains, and our train system is completely dead. The same story comes for our metro systems and our boat systems. We can cut the money there before we start touching anything else. Oh boy. That's a lot of money we're losing, but we're turning that around. We've got a lot in reserves. The flooding is getting really, really bad. Pretty much every part of the city, except for this area, which is now starting to spill over, but we can help them. We can beef up their defenses. I'm not losing the Charm District. I'm not losing the new Yam District. I made a promise to the Yam people when we finished that civil war. Knows that I would protect them. And we keep our promises. So even if it means cutting off some travel, losing some money, we're going to do everything we can to keep the area safe. The Bean District officially is dead. There is nothing left of the Bean District. We're officially opening this canal because why not at this point? We want the things to flow this way, and this side of the map is higher, so... Hemlock Square is gone. It looks like the parks next to Sterling Park are gone. Sterling Park is slowly but thoroughly being abandoned as there's no way for their death care to function. The population is dropping very quickly. Some buildings are still alive in Concord Heights. The flood truck's still at work. Emergency helicopters are everywhere. There's abandoned buildings literally everywhere because of the death care issues. And the death care issue isn't that we don't have enough death care, it's everywhere. It's that there's so many people dying that there's nothing... I mean, what can you do? Put down 100 death care things? We're gonna have to put down, like, some mass cemeteries. Which I think we're actually gonna do. There's not much else we can do. We've really dropped the dam water level, which is saving this part of the map. It's causing huge issues for the backside, but whatever. What can you do? We're going to reopen travel between the dam district and Leafy Hills and Oil Hills, because they need to become self-relying now. The rest of the map cannot save them. It's time to accept that some parts of the map are going to fare much better than other parts of the map. There we go, they're connected together. They're complaining about not having a trash service, so we're just gonna give them their own recycling centers. Because we need to keep parts of the city alive. Even if they're very small sections. The city is very large and very spread out. And if we can take advantage of that fact, we might be able to survive. The amount of buildings and infrastructure that have been lost, though. Craziness. Well, guys, it's getting pretty bad. I'm gonna do one more thing before we end this episode. And it's gonna be pretty huge. We're going to cut the Kiwi district. We're cutting it right here. We're cutting off some of the major streets because we need to expand this wall to save what's left of the Kiwi district. I'd rather have some of it than none of it. And with that, we make another major sacrifice, but in the hope that the rest of the city can be saved. Just, we need some industry. We need something. It'll take a while for the water to get over this, so hopefully it buys us some time. Well, guys, I think that's gonna be it for today. We're trying to adapt to the new situation, but there's only so much we can do. Even with massive walls, the water just keeps getting higher. Sterling Park is falling apart and other high population areas are beginning to become at risk. NZXT is treading a fine line here. And this over here is just getting ridiculously high. I don't know what to do about it. The Cloverleaf District, as long as we hold this wall up, should survive. Oh. Never mind. The Cloverleaf District has been hit once again. You know, I am not allowing that. I said before, the Cloverleaf District is pretty self-sufficient, so I want them to survive. You know what? We will give them a wall. A big wall. We will keep the water out. Okay, there we go. That should keep them safe until next episode. They're gonna complain about electricity, but we'll set them up. Okay, guys, it's looking pretty bad, I know. You guys do have some water, but you know what? We're gonna set you up with some on this side of the road so that it'll actually benefit you. Can you please save the Cloverleaf District? Thanks. Okay, they're going. Oh boy, it's getting bad. It's getting really... Wow! The flood prevention island is flooded. Oh man. Well guys, I guess I will see you all next time. Bye!